Hi, this is Lisa from LK259 Rubber Stamp. Welcome to my channel. Ready for today's video? So today's video, I am going to work on this Don't Crank Your Neck. I have created a lot of video by using 2021 Spring New Release. Have you got a chance to check it out? If you haven't, I will put the link below. Just make sure you check it out. All the brand new 8 stamp set and matching die set. So after today's video, I'm going to working on our special promotion by the end of this month, and make sure you subscribe to LK259's YouTube channel. For the next few video, you will get that extra discount code, and this discount code is just for our YouTube viewers, and it's a time limit. So that's start today's video. Hoping you like it. Okay, so today we're going to use this Don't Crank Your Neck stamp set, and I have 3 cards here, and I'm going to share with you what you can do with this stamp set. And like I said, 2021 Spring New Design, you will get a double die. So this stamp set, you will get 10 matching dies to go with it. It's awesome. So every video that I always promise you guys, I will share some awesome techniques with you. So in today's video, I'm definitely going to share something with you, and I hope you enjoy. So let's just talk about the first card. This first card is actually very simple. I use the cherry blossom. So the cherry blossom, they have both shadow and the detail. So this one is the outline one, is the detail one, and this one is the shadow one. So what I did is recently I kind of fall in love with hot foiling. And if you don't have a hot foil machine like a Mink, you can just do the gold embossing. They will work just fine too. So you can just use the gold embossing and just stamp few times, multiple times, and then just do the gold embossing. You will get some nice finish too. So for these 2 crank, I didn't do anything. I just die cut on the piece of mirror cardstock, and I did embossing. So you can see these 2 birds, they are 3D, right? And you don't have to do anything because LK259's die cut have an embossing feature. I'm going to share with you. So if your die cut, most of the die cut on the market, they only come with the outline die cut. So you just die cut a piece of paper, and then that's it. You won't get the embossing finish. But LK259's die cut, you see there's a lot of a hollow area, right? So that's that hollow area is the embossing feature. So there's a lot of different things you can use this die cut. You can do like a stencil. I have been showing you how to do in my previous video. So when they have this hollow area, and then you stamping on your cardstock, and then you put a piece of rubber on top. So when run through the rubber, and the rubber is soft, right? It's gumming. So when they push it, they will pushing that paper to the embossing hole. That's how they create the embossing feature. Okay, so if you want to do something like this, you got to make sure that your die cut have an embossing feature. And this one is the double die, so you can do a lot of things. Like I said, if you don't like the that big white gap, you use a detail die. If you like that white gap, you can layering. Like the second card, I actually use the gold mirror paper in under, and do the layering. So, or you can just put the 2 die together, and then die cut on the piece cardstock, and any color you use, you can create a beautiful outline too. So there's too many different ways to do it. So the first one just is nothing really complicated. And look how detailed this die. Look at the legs. How skinny and sexy is it? And then I just use the negative part to create some shadow. And then I put the piece of vellum here, because when I finish, I put my gold bird on top. It's kind of blending in. I kind of don't have like a subject. So what I did is I just put a piece of vellum, and then kind to separate that blue, and then my 2 of my birds pop out. It just show better. Okay, so that's the first one. And this one, I'm going to show a little bit. I'm going to share with you how did I coloring, and then I am going to color on the regular cardstock. because in my video I often use Macro cardstock, and a lot of you guys always ask me, where can I get those Macro cardstock? Do I have to use a glossy? You don't have to, but I will put at least a link number 138 below. This is the video that I create to share with you 10 different kind of cardstock that you can find on the market. So just try to watch this video instead of every time you watch something I stamp on the glossy or Macro cardstock, you always send me a message say, where can I get that cardstock? So that's why today I'm actually going to use regular cardstock to show you how we can get the same effect, and I'm going to do a little bit blending too. And I heard you guys, so all the comment you left for me, we are definitely going to working on the Zoom playtime. So I'm going to working on the day, and you don't have to purchase any special stamp. Just try to prepare one of the shadow stamp, and then when we doing the playtime, if you doing the coloring, you have some like a technique issue, you can just show me your card in front of the camera, and then I can tell you what you do wrong, and then we can just fix it. So Local King's shadow stamp, you can use any kind of water-based marker, it will work just fine. But a lot of you guys complain, say our car is not end out like the car you do. So, but I just want to show you your car and my car is going to look exactly the same. So there is a private lesson just for you. So just stay tuned, and once when I have the day, I am going to ask you guys to send me the email, and then I can add it to you, add it to my Zoom, and I can invite you guys. I just have to figure out how many people you are going to join us on the Zoom for playing time, and just a little bit preparation to make that playtime run smoothly. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you a little bit how to do the blending on the regular cardstock. Okay, and then and one more thing, and then see those cherry blossom, isn't that cute? So you can see this outline one, that's a detail one. They have an open area. You can stamping with like this is the gold color with the half foil. This one I just use one light pink, one darker pink to stamp that cherry blossom, and then you can create your pattern paper, and I think it's just so pretty. And same thing, after I finish, I kind of want to make my bird pop out a little bit more, so I just kind of put a glitter tape on top. And then this is also the half foil, and if you don't have it, you can do the gold embossing, it looks the same. And I put the gold mirror paper under to make my bird nicer. Okay, so let's do the next one. The next one, my idea was I was using those half foil, and it's all Nancy's fault. I watch her video and make me fall in love with the half foil, but I'm not sure you want to get into this half foil because it's kind of pricey for all the foil material. Well, but I know a lot of Nancy's viewers, they are watching Local King's YouTube channel too, so they probably already have the machine. So you can give it a try. What I did is I just used this cloud and then stamp a few times with black ink, and then I just scan it, use the laser printer. If you don't have a laser printer, you can bring it to the Staples, and they will print it for you. So you can provide your color cardstock too. I don't think so that will be issue. So, but I always think about my other viewers who doesn't have the foil machine. What are they going to do? So that's why I come out with this idea. We are going to use the Pearlex with a Versamark. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful pattern on the back, and also it's really like those or Asia Oriental, like a Chinese artwork. Okay, and then for my crane, I didn't stamp an image. I just did a white cardstock because there's too many different kind of color. There's a gray color, they is like a light brown color, but most of them they are the white one with a little bit red oranging on their head. And then I'm gonna show you how we can do this one, but I think just a white color just show well on the black glossy cardstock. And then we can use the regular cardstock, which I'm going to use on the regular cardstock, to show you how to create these shimming looking. And they work on the these mica powder. They work on both the glossy or the regular cardstock. So that's what it look like. Okay, so I'm going to share I'm going to show you how to do that. The first we're going to working on coloring with the markers for these two birds, and then we're going to do the background, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do these two crank with a white cardstock. And then after I created this video, I already show all the 8 different set, right? But I still have a lot of idea to use the same stamp set. I will keep uploaded to the YouTube channel. Just make sure you check it out. Okay, so that's started. Today I'm going to show 2 ways to create or crank. First one, I'm going to do the marker, and the second one I'm going to do something else. And then later on, I actually already have another plan. Because this kind of bird is kind of white, and on their head and a little tail is just a little bit black, right? Do they have a white marker? I am sure they have some white marker, but it probably will be the pigment. So we can use the pigment white impact, but I'm going to do the other video to show you the other effect. But today we're going to just do a quick one, just going to color with markers. So those kind of crank is kind of white, but the dye-based markers doesn't have like a white color. So we are going to use either like a very, very light gray, or we can use the beige or like a very light pink to instead of. So, and then when I was coloring, and then I did try few, and I like all the result. So we're going to just try with the gray color. And remember, if this is the first time you're using your shadow stamp, make sure you erase the surface with a piece of eraser. That will make this stamp image much better. So I'm using regular cardstock. This is just a regular 110-pound cardstock from Michaels, and I just love it because I think quality is actually pretty good. The only thing is when you want to stamping on the regular cardstock, you probably have to stamp 2 times to get like a solid image I show you. Okay, so I'm gonna just do 2 together, save some time. In the foundation color, we're going to just color all the stamp gray. When you holding the marker, try to holding your marker 45 degree, and then just color stroke after stroke, no gap, okay? And then try to not repeat the same stroke. So the foundation color is just like we are wearing the makeup. You're going to color the whole bird with this lightest color first. So I am going to actually do 2. So I'm going to do 1 with the foundation gray, and then 1 we are going to do, that's actually do this skin tone like a beige color. Okay, so if you didn't rubbing with that eraser, and when you color with marker, you probably will see the color doesn't really stay on your stamp. They kind of beat it. So if you just use the eraser rubbing a little bit surface, that will fix that problem. Okay, and then I am going to just add a little bit light blue on the tail part, and then a little bit on the wing. So only your foundation color, when you coloring, you got to be very careful to make sure you color everywhere. But after you're done with the foundation color, you can do whatever you like. So I'm going to add a little bit ochre color on the other bird. So we're going to have 2 different color and a little bit here and there. And let's do the orange on the head. So I do the orange on the head. I'm kind of just using my finger, kind of remove a little bit that gray color, and add a little bit orange, and I give a little bit orange here too. And we are going to do the black on these skinny legs. Okay, so both skinny leg here. Do a little bit on the beak, here, and then I add a little bit black on the wing. Okay, and then I am going to add a little bit brown on the other bird. Okay, so this is what look like the color, right? Let's do this one. You can see that. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I am actually, for the first bird, my foundation color is gray, right? So now I am actually using my gray color, kind of blending that black a little bit here. So I know what you're going to ask me. Say, hey Lisa, that's going to ruin your marker. Absolutely not. I'm going to show you it's not going to ruin your markers. Actually, they create the extra color. So I'm going to just show you in a second. And then for this bird, my lightest color is this beige, right? So I'm going to just use that beige color, kind of blending a little bit that brown. See, I'm really taking my time. I don't worry at all. And then let me grab a piece of regular cardstock. So you see this light beige after I blending with that brown. And then the tip is kind of become a little bit dirty, right? So what are you going to do is you just use a wet cloth, kind of wipe off the tip. And then you get your lighter color back right away. So don't worry about the, let's do again. See, this is the black, right? And I have this is my gray color. I kind of blending that gray on top, and then my gray become darker color. All you have to do is clean with a wet cloth, and then see, you get your gray color back. And I'm still talking. I don't worry about that they dry at all. So take your time. And I just want to share with you that you can, abuse your markers. They are very heavy duty, and then you won't damage. Even you kind of put the yellow on top of that. You know what? That just show you. This is the yellow, right? And then this yellow. I'm going to pick up some black, and then my yellow become like this. All you have to do is clean the tip. You get your yellow back. So don't worry about the ruin your markers, and just you can use that to do the blending. Okay, and then I'm going to just stamp it on this regular cardstock, and I already mentioning I'm using the regular cardstock. So after we stamped it, the color is not going to look very solid. So we are going to stamp one more time. But if you use like a macro cardstock or Chronicle Glassy, the old Chronicle Glassy or Dog Glassy, just one stamp they will do. So this is the color you can see is the kind of not the fully coverage, right? And then now what we're going to do is we are going to just use the gray color. This time only gray color. We don't have to do anything. Just a color everywhere. Okay, don't repeat your stroke. Just make sure the foundation color, we just have to color everywhere. Okay, and then for that the lighter bird, same thing. We're going to just use the skin tone. Okay, color all the bird. And then we just add a little bit black for the feet. A little bit on the beak. But the whole bodies, I didn't really care about it. I just give it like a foundation color. And that's what's take a look. And then go to rub. See? The color is much stronger, right? So like this bird, if you see that brown color, is they show they are not blending with that light color. You can use your beige color, skin color tone, kind of just blending a little bit more. So that's how I get this multi-color. Okay, I don't really like the color this one, so I'm going to you can just do one more, but I want to kind of fix it. I'm kind of lazy to do again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this beige color. I'm going to just color directly on top to see what it look like. Okay, so foundation color, just make sure you color everywhere. I don't think so the legs need the color anymore because the leg color is actually very solid. I'm going to just do a little bit red here. And let's see what it look like. Hoping I can save it. Let's see. Hey, I think that's better. How do you think? Okay, and then so that's I'm going and then we can just die cut it and put on the top. So this is just a regular cardstock. They work just fine. But if you use the, just make sure when you color, don't over ink your stamp, because if you over ink your stamp, they will block that very fine line. So just be careful. And then sometimes if you don't like the color, you can go back to just coat it with one more lighting coat. I think that too looks very nice. And actually I like it better because these two is like same color. So maybe I'm going to replace with one of them. So I'm going to die cut it. I will be right back. Okay, and then here are my two birds, and then this is on just a regular cardstock. What we can do is we can just use the magic mushroom or sponge, try to make it the edge a little bit darker so they will just show better. So this color we just use orange, and then the other one we can use either blue or purple. Just do a little bit highlighting. There you go. So, and this is just a regular cardstock, and then we just mount on the piece. I think that gray color is good, but this color, I think I kind of like this kind of brownish color. How do you think? Okay, so that's the first one, and the back is just so easy. I'm not going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to move to the next card. The next card, I'm going to show you how to create this background, and also this bird. I just do the die cut, and I didn't even do any coloring. I didn't even use the stamp. I just use the die cut. So what you do is you just grab a piece die cut. Okay. And then just use a regular cardstock, and this is just a regular Michael's recollection. So we're going to die cut it first, and then we're going to do embossing. Okay, you can see we have a die cut, right? And now we're going to do the embossing. How to do the embossing? With a light table, stylus, and the stencil? No, all you need is a silicone rubber. So you're going to put your die cuts under, right? And your cardstock, your rubber mat, and then I usually put, depend on your machine, I will put the 1 or 2 extra sheets to make that embossing a little bit deeper. So it's, you know your machine the best. So try to, if you don't see that embossing print, just add a 1 or 2 extra cardstock. Okay, and you can see we have a very good embossing, right? So, and then we're going to just remove that. And then I'm going to just, you can rub in your die cut with a dryer sheet. So that way they will release much easier. See, you can see there is the embossing, right? It's already have a bird shape. Okay, and then we're going to do the coloring. This time we're going to do a little bit different because I want to have a white bird. What I do is I have my watercolor here. I have a brush. Where is my brush go? I have a brush here. And I am actually too lazy to bring all my watercolor out. So what I'm going to do is I just use my marker. I need a little bit black. So just do a little bit black. I need a little bit orange. I need a little bit red. I need a little bit blue. And a little bit brown. Okay, and then here is how I color. Okay, that's start with our lake first. There you go. I have a little piece of die cut stuck there, so I'll make sure I clean first. Okay, so we're gonna use the paintbrush with a little bit color here. So we always start with a little bit color. See, I just put a few strokes and that's enough. So I'm gonna start to color the lake. Okay, start with a lot of black. So you know the watercolor, when you add a little bit water, they become dark, lighter color. So, and then now I just clean my brush and then kind of blending a little bit black on the top. I don't want a very, very dark. So I kind of just want to do like a black and like this. So that's my lake. You can see light to the dark. We can even put a little bit water, kind of make it very smooth. Okay, And then for the head, same thing. I'm going to just do a little bit black. Okay. And then clean your brush. We're going to do a little bit orange. Okay. Make sure your brush have not too much color, and we're kind of blending a little bit red. And then clean your brush. Kind of brush blending that red. Okay. Like this. And then clean your brush. Kind of brush a little bit. Okay, so that's my almost white bird is kind of alive, right? Now we're doing the blue. The blue, I just want to give a little bit shading. So just do a little bit blue and use my brush, kind of blending it. And this one. Okay, add a little bit water. Isn't that the color like my crank is this? And then when you finish, you can just use your makeup sponge or your sponge. Try to make the outline, give a little bit shadowing. I think that looks pretty good, right? And then what I did is I just use a black paint, just giving an eye. I think that looks awesome. And then it's 3D. You can see those embossing. And then on the wing, if you want to give a little bit more color, you can do that. But I kind of want to keep that white. And then, see, oh, I can actually put the third bird on the top too. I think that looks really pretty. I'm going to put my bird here. Okay, and then now I'm going to show you how to do the background. The background is so easy. I'm going to just clean my table here, and I'm going to stamping on the regular cardstock. So those markers, awesome. You can use the color directly on the stamp. You can use it as a watercolor, anything you like. So I have my black cardstock here. Okay, put my bird here. Even we can put this bird here. That doesn't go. Let me see. I think the white on the black is look much better. Maybe we can kind of borrow this one too. Anything you like. Okay, so we're going to working on these clouds. So I have my clouds here. And then we are going to need the mica powder. If you have an embossing body, try to rubbing a little bit. If you don't have it, you can use the Sweepers. And then we are going to use the Versamark. So Versamark is kind of like a watermark, right? And then we're going to just stamp a few of the cloud and then try to keep my cloud horizontal, exactly like those kind of Asia artwork. So just keep 1, 2, 3. You do have to re-ink your stamp every time after you stamped it. So I'm going to just stamp, try to feed it out. Okay, I think that's good enough. You can see it's kind of watermark. It looks very nice already, right? So I didn't really say on the bottom because I'm going to put my cloud. Nobody can see. And then now I am going to need a very, very soft brush. You can even buy the dollar store, those kind of makeup brush, as long as they are very soft. So for when you're working with this kind of mica powder, Pearlax, you don't need a lot. You only need a little bit. See, I kind of just pick out a little bit. And I have at least Pearlax over 10 years, I think. And I still have a lot. Okay, so kind of just brush a little bit on top. Oh, that's too much. Oh, that's not too much. Definitely enough. Okay, and then you're going to use this soft brush, kind of gently brush. Look how pretty. Not yet. Okay, so just kind of, if it's not enough, we're going to go back to dig more. But I usually found out they are enough. We kind of just borrow it from the other area. Okay, and then now you need a Swiffer. Okay, I don't have a Swiffer, but I have this dusting Swiffer. They will work the same. kind of just clean the extra powder. See? Swiffer will work just fine, but I'm just too lazy to go there. So this is the kind of Swiffer too, so they will do the job. And then that's how I create my background. So this is on the glossy cardstock, this is on the red cardstock, and then here's my bird. Isn't that cute? And I can just put, I think 2 is enough. So I can put those cloud on the bottom. So do you like the markers technique and I just show you how to color with a marker, or do you like just simply white embossing? And then in my last video I already share with you how you can turn all your die cut become a puffy sticker by put the foam tape under, or those kind of glitter foam or funny foam, so that way you get no matter how thin your die cut is, you can create a puffy tape, like a puffy sticker, or you can use those kind of cord foam. They will work just fine. See, like this one, even you don't have to put a cloud. I think that looks nice too. This one probably a little bit too dark. Let's see if I put this one in the front. Yeah, that one, I think the background is too dark. They don't really pop out. This one may work too. Okay, but I think I like the white better. Okay, so that's today's video. Which card is your favorite? Leave me a comment. Let me know. So I did it. I already share with you all the 8 brand new stamp set and matching die set, and I hoping those videos help you to choose 1 or 2 your favorite set. And I'm going to working on that promotion, and I will provide the information pretty soon. So stay tuned. This is Lisa from LK259. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.